be said, I will share more details with you guys. I know I touched on a few major things here, but I needed to get it out because it's time for me to start talking. I've been holding back. And the reading that I did for Cancer last night, if you guys would please go over to my other channel, Queen Cancer Tarot, and subscribe and check the reading out that I did for Cancer on yesterday. But that energy is resonating very heavily with me right now as I'm talking to you guys about this topic of just like the videos when you come in, and please subscribe. If you like the content, if you want to see more content, if not like this content, like other videos that I have uploaded, let me know. The only way I will know is if you let me know in the comments what you want to see. If there's anything specific, that's what this channel is all about. If there are any specific questions that I may miss or that you may want to hear asked, feel free to put those in the comments too, and you might be surprised. I have come on and I have done special readings with questions specifically from the audience before. So I'm very open to doing that. And as a matter of fact, I'm doing a makeshift, it's going to be like strawberry letter, where you guys write in with your questions, or I'll just go live and you guys will have an opportunity to put a question in the chat and I will go through and answer your questions. Okay, until we run out of time. So that is how we're going to do. And I'm going to give it a test run. All right. In a little bit. But I want to talk about the Nancy Guthrie case tonight. And there have been updates. There's been new, very upsetting information that has been released in the news recently with regard to the ransom note that the family received, the details that were in the ransom note. Speaking of Nancy no longer being here and confirming this, and we're now getting the details that this was confirmed to the family, that this happened and it was an accident and that they're sorry and that they didn't mean for this to happen to her, but it did, and all these clues. Then, fast forward, there is this Derek Kalea guy who was arrested and extradited into, I believe, Pima County or somewhere in Arizona, waiting for trial or waiting for his sentencing, okay, or his plea. That's what they call it, a plea hearing. And he's supposed to enter his plea. That is supposed to happen on today, okay? I don't know what the results from that are, but we will be finding out soon. So yeah, fingers crossed on that to get more information on that. But this guy also, and I thought that this guy, I've been saying all along, I thought that this guy was one of T's bandmates. I don't know, maybe it was false news that I heard before. But then I thought they were showing pictures of them standing side by side. You know what I mean? So I kind of don't know what to believe. I'm not really sure. However, I can look it up. Let's see. Okay. Okay, yeah, I have a picture of this Derek guy, and it's not the same person that I thought. I'm going to put the picture up of this Derek guy, Derek Kalea, and he is a rough looking puppy dog. Okay, hold on one second. I got way too many windows open for this nonsense. Hold on one second. Oh, God. I didn't want to close that one. Hold on, folks. Sorry. Okay. I'm trying to see if I can't share my screen with you real quick. Let's try to do that. Okay, hold on. Okay, guys, here we go. So if you can see that, my friends, is a photo of this Derek Kaea guy who has basically entered this plea. I mean, it's absolutely insane, but that's him. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that he looks like the porch guy to you? Okay. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking he looks like porch guy. Let's see if I can. Let's see if we can find another one. Okay, let's see. All right, so I want a close up, even though I don't want I don't want him close up, but I do want to see. There we are. Now let's see if I can share. Oh, okay, there it is. So as you can see, let's see if I can make this bigger. Okay. So you see porch guy's face. What do you think? I mean, I wonder if I can make this bigger. Okay. Um, okay, let's see. Okay. He is rough looking, y'all. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't even want to see him next to Nancy. Sorry. That bothers me. Yeah, I don't want to see him next to Nancy. This guy here, do you think that he has a connection? Do you think that this was random? Do you think that this guy has a connection to the area where Annie works? That's in this kind of rundown district where, kind of artsy district where they kind of do a lot of recreational things. I'm not saying art people do recreational things. This is literally a place for those who are, I believe, a lot of people who have like artistic talents come to this area. I believe there's a center in this area for people who have artistic talents. And Annie has a jewelry shop, okay, that is located in this building that will rent out. I don't know if it rents out or if, or if it's a free thing where you can just go and like have a booth set up and like sell your products. But I think that there is like a place where vendors can go and set up shop and sell their things. And it may be for rent. Okay. I don't think that she actually has like an actual store. You know what I mean? But I can find out more about that. But for purposes of tonight's reading, you guys, we're going to look at some difficult questions. For the most part, we're going to do a lot of recaps or follow-ups of questions that we've already asked, but we just want to ask again. Okay? Because we're getting close to a lot of time frames that I know I've mentioned in previous readings. It was very prominent that this would be around this time that these things would be happening. Also very prominent that there was something that was already touched on once and didn't get the lead that we needed, but we were going to get, there was going to be a break and it was going to cause people to go in a completely different direction. And I've touched on this and I've talked about this, and the cards have shown this time and time again. We've also been shown since day 1, 2, and 3 of doing these readings, and literally day 3 of the Nancy Guthrie case overall, because that's when I got involved, was on day 3. But that being my first day of involvement. So that means day 3, 4, and 5, maybe 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Or 3 through 7. Either way, those days, those first few days, I got some very, very potent information that very much coincided with the facts that came to be in this case. It was not something that we already knew about. There was mention of there being multiple cameras at Nancy's home that were being overlooked or missed. I had literally card after card after card after card that showed either rings, like wedding rings, and cameras, pictures, photographs, something of that nature. In looking at it overall in a big picture scale, it wasn't necessarily jewelry, but from the rings that were being shown in these oracle cards that I was pulling, you guys, it very, very clearly was representative of potential ring camera footage, or several or multiple ring or security cameras being on the property. And I'm just like all over the place, like, y'all, either we're going to be getting some more photos, more video, or there's some pictures somewhere that we haven't seen yet or have not come across that we need to be searching for. Literally, go back and watch it. Please, I beg of you. Please go through all of the Nancy Guthrie videos that I have done. I have to share this with you guys because, again, the algorithms are only going to do what they do. So it may go out to 100 or so of you, and maybe only 10 or 15 of you will even view the video. Okay? Sometimes it'll go up into the hundreds. You never know. The algorithm does strange things sometimes. But for the most part, it waits for you guys. And if you don't hit the notification bell to let you know that I'm uploading a video, you'll never be able to give the video a chance by coming in, being a part of the community, hitting that like button, acknowledging, watching, participating. Okay. That's what's ultimately going to help us grow. That sort of participation in the channel overall. That is what is going to make us hit our mark and also get our presence out there, period. We will be able to reach a greater audience just from the little bit of interaction of touching the like button. We are going to be informed in this video, you guys, but I do need to put a heavier focus on reminding you guys that all it takes is just maybe 15, 25 of you to hit that like button. That will make a heck of a difference. And over time, YouTube will multiply the amount of times that this video gets put in front of someone's 2 eyes. Okay? It's a distribution process that works with interaction. That's what the algorithm is. So help us out. Help us go viral. Help us go viral. So many people are going viral for doing things that are not good for our energy. They actually take away from us. They deplete our energy over time. It changes us. It turns us into negative individuals. It makes us feel not good about ourselves, things of that nature. So when you actually have content and individuals who are not wanting people to feel down and sad and questioning and confused, but wanting to enlighten, encourage, motivate, and uplift, come on, y'all. Please show me that there is some good left on this earth and support these videos. Okay. That's all I can really ask of you. You know, I know a lot of people ask for donations. I definitely could use the donations. My channel wouldn't really thrive, okay, without the business of my clients, the donations, and everything else that I do on the back end that you guys don't see. All right. But I'm blessed. So I forget to ask. I forget to ask, but baby, I'm here to ask. I'm here to beg. I am here to do whatever it needs to be done to ask for your support, because honestly, what matters is the word getting out there. Okay. And I know whoever needs to see this video is going to see it. Period. I have to speak my case. Okay. I promise you, all the videos are not going to be like this. My videos are all about content. I don't spend a lot of time begging you guys for things, but tonight I really needed to implore of you to help this channel grow by interacting with me. Okay? I love you guys. And now we're going to get into this. Okay. It took a lot for me, y'all. I know I ramble, but it took a lot for me to ask you guys that. But we have to start somewhere. So let's get into this update. Let's get this funny looking person off of our screen first. Okay, there we go. And I feel like Nancy's energy wants to be the primary focus, if you know what I mean. It's like so many different people and things have been, hold on. You know, there's only so much, you know, that we can like do to glorify this situation. Like, I just feel like we need to not give it the energy that it has been given. Okay. That's all. And I really feel that we need to give the energy back to Miss Guthrie. And this was one of my favorite pictures of Nancy. Yeah, I want that to be the bigger focus for tonight. I don't know what I just did, but I want to switch. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on to your love. You got to hold on. Okay, well, I was trying to make myself bigger. Oh, goodness. Well, I really did it there, didn't I? Good grief. I don't even know what's happening right now, but we're going to be doing a whole lot of editing. Sorry, cancers. Or not cancers, but sorry, collective. Sorry, my beautiful collective. All right, let's get going with these questions. Gosh, I'm going to have fun editing this video. Good grief. All right, so we're going to use this Dark Angels deck, but for Oracle messages, we're going to look at the Hidden Truth Oracle. We are going to take a look at our Beach Time Soul Oracle. We are going to look at our True Emotional Oracle. All right, so let's get to it. So we're going to be focusing on, like I said, previous questions we've already asked. Some of them are new. We're also going to focus on the recent circumstances that have recently come up regarding Derek, regarding this ransom note, okay, and just regarding overall direction of this case. Starting with the question, is Nancy with someone, specifically with someone, or has Nancy been abandoned or left somewhere? Is Nancy with someone specific, physically with someone, or have they abandoned her somewhere? Okay. Okay. So we have I love you in the reverse. So I'm getting an energy of being with someone that has no feelings for her. Okay. We have GPS here in the reverse. This is a location where there is no GPS. This is going to be a place that is out somewhere, like in a field, or in like an area where there are no actual roads, no paved roads. It could be somewhere in an area of wilderness, somewhere where there's no markings, street markings, or specific buildings, or you know what I mean? No outposts. We have happily single. in the reverse. So this right here is giving me an energy of somebody who is very, very disappointed, or an energy of someone who's been left somewhere in a negative way. Like a negative energy of leaving someone out in an abandoned area, and like, like they were not cared for. It was in a fashion that was very uncaring, insensitive. Okay, this is in the reverse. It says blocked in the reverse. So again, if something is not blocked, this is in a very, I feel like, open area. It's a non-restricted area. So again, giving me wilderness, giving me free reign, giving me unincorporated land that is not necessarily owned by any particular person. We have ghosted here. Do you see that? Y'all. So again, this is about someone who has been left and I feel like discarded in a way, left somewhere where she could not be found, with GPS in the reverse, or what they thought would be an area where she would not be located. The hopes were that she would not be located. They did not want her to be found. Under the deck, we have praying here. I definitely feel a sense of a lot of prayers happening at this time. A lot of focus on finding her. I do feel that she was in a spiritually protected energy. Like she had protection around her. This says bad news, and it says too late here with Psycho. Y'all, I can't. Okay. Hold on, you guys. Give me just a second, okay? Okay, guys. I'm sorry. I needed to take a second, okay? This isn't easy to see this, okay? Praying bad news. I do feel like someone's going to receive a phone call. I know that they're praying for news. We have too late and we have Psycho here. Okay. So, yeah. For those of you who know, this makes it very, very difficult seeing this. I wasn't expecting that, y'all. So, I'm sorry. Give me a moment. Like I say, I don't wish bad on anyone, but I know that vengeance is the Lord's, and He's not going to tolerate for His people being harmed in this way. Tell me about I love you in the reverse in GPS. Well, um, wow, wow, wow. We have the sun here, and we have the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is all about being seen, okay? It's a public facing energy. It's someone who wants to be seen. They're out in the open, right? Or an energy of everyone seeing this person. They may not even want to be seen. I feel like with I love you and GPS in the reverse, you know, they were hoping that she wouldn't be found. This is not something that someone does to their loved one. We have the Sun card here. This Sun card is also a card of things being seen, okay? Things being shown. The light of the sun exposing truth, uncovering something that someone was trying to hide. Under the deck, you have the Eight of Cups. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. And this is all about really coming to a point that it's like you can't look back or you don't want to. There's an energy of being kind of like over it, right? And we have the High Priestess walking away because the truth is being shown. This is divine guidance. This is divine guidance. Being divinely guided, shown a truth, intuitively knowing, having a connection with the divine, and an inner knowing of this very, very, very emotionally overwhelming situation. That's the best way I can really put it. And what's interesting is the Eight of Cups here. This is all about searching for truth. And the divine, this is it. The divine is about to reveal this truth. Situation is going to be uncovered. But it is going to be, unfortunately, not what they want to find. Happily single. She's going to be alone. And it's not going to be any pleasant experience to see or know the condition that she was left in. This one in the reverse, and it is a Queen of Cups. You guys, what did I just say? What did I just say? And this makes me hurt even more, you guys, because the Queen of Cups in the upright is all about being supportive, loving, caring, compassionate, and kind. But when it's in the reverse, let's just say that there's an energy of being left in a very unkind manner. All alone, being left like that. Under the deck, we have the Seven of Swords. See, this was such a dark and deceptive energy. To take this kind, docile person from her bed, from her sleeping slumber, from her home, has to be very, very dark and ugly. And it should be, because look at the next card behind this. You have the Seven of Swords and the Devil. I don't know what else to say. But this is a toxic individual who is very obsessed. And it says it here. Look at what it says, guys. Crazy ex, obsessed, and they won't let it go. I feel that this was something done out of a revenge. I feel that this fake compassion is exactly what it is. I don't feel that this was the accident that they're saying it is. I just feel that they are concerned about getting caught and trying to minimize the blow. And what if these people already know that they are going to be caught? Do you see what I'm saying? With blocked in the reverse and ghosted, it's an energy of someone left her out here in this cold way. Because why? Why did they just leave her in this way? Well, I think it's because they knew they would be found. But it's just a way of stalling things, prolonging the situation. See what I mean? Trying to detach themselves from what took place. Tell me about blocked in the reverse and ghosted. Blocked in the reverse and ghosted. And look at this. So we have a Knight of Swords. And this Knight of Swords is in the reverse. This is an extremely rude, arrogant individual. This is someone who does not care about how things appear. They don't care about what they say. This is also a card of communication, but it's an energy of someone being extremely arrogant. So however they're communicating, it's not because they care. They have nothing to do with compassion. This had nothing to do with, and I almost cursed, it has nothing to do with an accident. Okay? If I see that word one more time on any of these news networks, I'm going to scream. Because you shouldn't have ever come up with the thought, let alone the plan, which got carried out, which has brought us to this place. it never should have happened. This person didn't care. This was no accident. This was a perfectly planned ordeal. That Seven of Swords and the Devil, you can't trust what this person is saying. Okay? Don't believe a word. Happily single in the reverse. This isn't someone acting on their own. This is someone who is in cahoots with others. Under the deck, we have the Nine of Pentacles. Look at this. See? Nine of Pentacles. Independence, right? This person is so arrogant. They're trying to detach themselves from what they've done. This person, I don't believe, was acting alone. I don't believe this person was acting alone. The Nine of Pentacles talks about being independent, but we have the Two of Pentacles behind this, which definitely takes me to 2, because 9 plus 2 is 11, and 1 plus 1 is 2. The Nine of Pentacles is an indication of someone acting independently, but with the Two of Pentacles, there's someone that they're going back and forth to on this. There's someone who has put time and energy into helping this person. They're very arrogant, and it could even be a situation where this person was working with someone else and now they've turned on this person and now they're solo. But that's an indication of her being alone as well, being left alone. All right, praying and bad news. This is the hard part. Praying and bad news. Tell me about this energy. Praying and bad news. What does this represent, Spirit? Tell me about. Okay. So the Five of Pentacles has come out. Underneath this Five of Pentacles is the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands. That Ten of Wands represents a very heavy burden. Very heavy burden. The Five of Pentacles is also an energy of being discouraged, feeling alone, feeling alienated or abandoned. And this is going to be a heavy weight to carry, or that is going to be burdened by the family. This is going to be one of the heaviest please pray for the Guthrie family, all of those that love Nancy. Please pray for anyone who is related to Nancy. That has been grieving over her loss and waiting for her return or news. underneath this deck, we have a king of wands. Interesting. So we have the king of wands to indicate to us that this is all something that I feel that they're already planning. This is an energy of someone who is planning, someone who has a very heavy burden that they know that they have to carry. I feel like that family knew that she was gone, and when they said they wanted to celebrate her, they wanted to bring her home so that they can celebrate her. So I feel that with this King of Wands, it indicates that this was already a known thing. And this indicates it even more. So we have Temperance here. We have the King of Swords. And we have the Tower. All under the deck. That's why when I see Temperance here and I see this card that talks about praying, healing, meditation, and then we have the Ten of Wands, right? It's like an energy of just things being very heavy, that bad news. The weight of the news that we are going to get is going to be so heavy and dark that I feel as though we all as a nation need to be praying to uphold Savannah and her family right now. Please, I implore you. I am praying right now for the strength of all of them. And to know that Nancy had protection of angels around her. I'm telling you right now, there was a spirit of light around Nancy. Okay. You can even see in this Ten of Wands that this looks like a grim reaper energy that's there. But do you see the light that is all through the trees that you cannot deny? You can't deny the light that exists in this card, even though this is representing something very heavy right now, a very, very heavy burden. There's light through these tree branches. There was an angel of protection around Nancy and with her heavily. Even looking at this Five of Pentacles energy, it's almost as though, yes, there's an energy of them being, I feel like frustrated because they're kind of outside of the situation. They want to be inside where everything is wonderful, but they're outside of it. And it's going to feel that way for this family. They are going to feel, there are going to be people in this family that feel like they're very alone. And all they have is their faith. Please hold the Guthrie family up in prayer now. Okay? We have Too Late and Psycho here. They're trying to say that it was an accident, and I feel like there's an energy of the authorities just didn't move fast enough. And they did something, okay, to cause things to go the way that they did. Okay. Tell me about Too Late in Psycho. It's almost like they didn't want to let her go, but something happened to her that they couldn't control because of their actions, though. I feel like it was led by their actions and, the fear and the jeopardy and the harm's way, the stress that they put her under. That, see, I'm getting stressed. I'm getting an energy that she was stressed. That's what the Ten of Wands also represents. Someone being stressed, taken beyond the point of return. They were too late. You see what I'm saying? They were so psycho and in this situation of they were going to hold her until they got what they wanted. But it's too late. They didn't get what they wanted. It took too long for them to respond about, giving them anything or doing anything. They didn't take it seriously soon enough. And I feel like it was too late. And when they said, okay, we hear you, we're listening, I just feel like it was already too late at that point. You see what I'm saying? I feel like this person had already known that she was gone. Tell me about Too Late in Psycho. I'm just going to pull. Okay, so we have the Four of Pentacles. See, they were holding something back. They were not telling the whole truth. I do feel that they were just kind of like testing the waters or, hoping that people believe them, that she was still around at this point, and that may show that there's some compassion. But I'm telling you, the moment that they stepped foot onto her property with negative intent, they had already gone too far as I'm concerned. Let me find out somebody stepped on my mom's property with the intention of doing harm. I don't give a doggone if they called Mother Teresa and Gandhi before they left the property. They're going to be dealt with, you understand, in the worst way if I got a hold of them. So my thing is this. They were messed up and doomed from the moment they put this plan into motion. Underneath the deck, look at this, y'all. I can't make this stuff up. Major Arcana number 7. Major Arcana number 7. And this, my friends, is I don't know why my brain is like turning into mush right now. The Lovers. It's the Lovers, you guys. It's gotta be. Where's my brain today? I don't know. It is not the Lovers. What the heck is going on with me today, folks? Of all the cards for me to play around with, this is not the right one. This is the Chariot. I'm sorry. This is the Chariot, Cancerian energy. I don't know why. I feel like it's backwards. This looks like the Justice card for me. Because the Chariot is Yeah, this is the Chariot. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know. It doesn't look like a chariot, but um, it's major arcana number 7. So that's why I'm just so confused. Hold on one second. Let me just look at something really quick here. I don't want to steer you wrong. Oh, I was looking. Okay. I was like, why am I reading it in French? Because I'm a little slow. Justica. Okay, so it's in all languages. Like, I don't know how many more languages you can get on here. Good grief. I just want the English version, please. Okay. It is the Chariot. Oh my gosh. So, the Angel of Victory. Okay. The Angel of Victory rides the Chariot of Triumph through the gateway of death. There can be no victory without war, no war without bloodshed, and the angel of peace prays for the fallen. Interesting that it says this. Interesting that it says this right here. While we're literally talking about the psycho and being too late, right? The angel of victory rides the chariot of triumph through the gateway of death. Oh my God. There can be no victory without war, no war without bloodshed. And the angel of peace prays for the fallen. You guys, this is making my stomach hurt. This all happened way too close proximity to this war starting. It was just too close for comfort to me. And then sitting on the heels of other potential theories that people want to try to call conspiracy, when I say it's just, there are no coincidences, right? There are no coincidences. This is a direct correlation, allegedly. But I just feel, that things may have come into play to cover up certain other things that were being done, or to cover up a reason why certain things were being done. And with this whole energy of obsessed and won't let it go, well, you tell me what you think about that. We've asked one question here and we've gotten so much information just from this question, you guys. Well, after the Chariot comes the 9 of Swords. Literally, I'm sick to my stomach right now. I'm telling you right now. It's no surprise with where we are in what we're looking at right here. So this is an ugly situation that I'm just going to go ahead and move on. Okay. Someone was hiding something. There was definitely a car involved in someone riding to a situation that they were never going to be coming back from. And I hate to say this. I hate to say this. I like to think that there was some hope of her coming home at some point. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like it was. Unfortunately, it does not look like it was. So let's see. Let's go ahead and look at this King of Swords here. Okay. King of Swords and the Tower. The King of Swords is all about a legal authority. And that Tower is an unexpected change or dynamic or a system or a belief that is completely coming crashing down. Tell us more about this King of Swords. What is this legal? There's something about a legal theory that I feel like is going to be turned or flipped on its head. There's going to be something that's going to flip this case upside down. You have the Five of Wands in the reverse. It's all about, Five of Wands is all about trying to avoid conflict. It's also an energy of trying to create or keep peace after a situation, trying to avoid conflict, trying to avoid an arrest, perhaps. Do you see what I'm saying? We have, I'm serious. Now we have number 11 in the reverse. So look, we have Temperance. Wait a second, y'all. Okay, this is Justice in the reverse, y'all. We have Justice in the reverse, y'all. I cannot. I'm clarifying the King of Swords and the Tower here. And we got the Justice card here in the reverse. This is all about avoiding accountability. Someone is trying to avoid the law. There's going to be, with this situation here, I'm telling you right now, there's going to be a heavy, like, police are going to be coming in on someone. There's going to be a legal authority that is going to be coming in, almost like a SWAT situation. I'm telling you right now, there's going to be information that is going to come out that is going to flip things on its heel. We also, y'all, okay, so this is the Eight of Swords and it's in the reverse, okay? Okay. The Eight of Swords in the reverse is, this is something that is basically being opened up, or someone who's getting, like, you think of swords in the upright, it's a closing off. Do you know what I mean? You're being blocked, you're being kept inside or kept outside of something or kept away. When it's in the reverse, things are opening up. And I feel like this case is going to be opening up. This case is going to be opening up. And when it does, Oh my God, the law is going to be coming. Now, this is an energy of someone who is free but could be about to lose their freedom. Under the deck, well, well, well. You have the King of Cups. There he is. Is that the King of Cups? It sure is. It's not a queen. Nope, that's not the queen. That's the king. So, yeah, energy of someone. That King of Cups is someone who's devoted. Someone who's devoted to carrying something out. This could be a devoted um, agent. This could be an investigator, a prosecuting attorney. There's an energy of someone who is coming with a vengeance. Okay. We have the Seven of Pentacles. So this person has been very patient. They have been patiently waiting. I feel like there's also an energy of the law has been all over this, waiting for something to happen or waiting for an opportunity. So we may not have realized that the information was out there. I don't think that we knew. You see what I mean? Let's clarify here. Lastly, Temperance and the King of Wands. Temperance and the King of Wands. See, this is all about waiting, knowing what is coming down the pipeline, and being patient. This card went in the reverse, you guys. It did. And what's interesting about this card that just went in the reverse, it's the Wheel of Fortune. And I told you everything was about to change. Everything is about to be turned upside down. This is all about bad juju, okay? Bad, something is going to be changing, but it's unwelcome. For whoever this is happening to, they are not happy about this. This is also an energy of, kind of knowing, hoping for something and knowing that something else is coming. You know what I mean? Hoping and praying, and having that looming energy of disaster with the with this Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Under the deck, Four of Cups. Okay. Again, this is all about disconnecting, emotionally pulling back, separating emotionally. You have to think one would have to emotionally disconnect to get through a situation like this. You almost like literally have to do this. And here we have the Moon. Major Arcana number 18. Cancerian energy. This is going to be a very confusing time, but a lot of things are going to come to the light here. A lot of things are going to come to the light. Archangel Michael's presence is there. King of Pentacles here. Protection. Security. Things are going to be secured. Things are going to be secured. We're going to have a break and we're going to have answers in this case, y'all. I'm telling you, just when you think, just pray and believe. And I've said it since day one. And we're going to be shocked. but this information is going to be coming out. I'm going to come back because we have really gone deep here. And I'm going to come back with more information. We're going to come back with more questions, okay? And more talk about other details and information about some of the things that we've already talked about tonight. We're going to talk about this in what we're going to call is a plea hearing. And that is going to tell a major story. So we're going to come back on the next conspiracy theory and we're going to ask some questions about this and find out if this Derek person could potentially be the porch guy or have any relation to the porch guy. I hope you guys have enjoyed this message. I love you so much. Thank you for supporting me, supporting my channel, everything that I do here and on my other channels here on YouTube. It goes a long way. Once again, I love you for the support. Hit those like buttons, you guys. Make sure you hit the notification bell and hit all. Go back to my older videos and hype me up, like the videos. Let's get this into rotation, okay? Things are going to get better as we go, but I want to take my time in these readings because I think it's important. I love you, and I will see you later. Bye.